Hey guys, a very warm welcome to Arihant Online Academy, and in this video we are going to discuss about very important shortcut tricks on a minimal DFA, right? So I am going to discuss around 25 to 30 shortcut tricks that will gonna save you a lot of time while attempting any CSIT paper, because these questions are generally asked in every CS exams, and you will gonna save your lot of time so that you can attempt your paper efficiently. So watch this video till the end and give your feedback in the form of likes and comments, guys. It will help us a lot. Before starting shortcut tricks, requesting you guys, please subscribe us so that you can get such kind of videos in future too. Let's start. The question, if you have been asked the question in the form of that let the input alphabet be 0 or 1, or in the form of A or B or X or Y or P or Q, whatever may be the variables there, right? So if the question is that length of string is exactly of n symbols, then how many states would be required there? For example, if I am saying that exactly 4 length string, you need exactly 4 length string on input symbol A to B, right? Then how many number of states would be there? How many number of the states would be there in the minimal DFA? So direct shortcut trick is there, that n plus 2. But before that, let us understand the problem. The problem is like initial state is q naught. You need exactly 4 length string on A or B. So A or B might be there. Q2 your next state. Q3 is your next state on A or B, because we need exactly 4 length string. Q4 is next string on A and B, and Q5, right, on A and B. So guys, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we need to make Q5 as a final state, but the input symbol of A and B for Q5 will lead to dead state, because we only need exactly n length string. So this DFA is the minimal DFA. This DFA is the minimal DFA which is following our condition that the length of string should exactly be n. So here length of our string is exactly 4, right? So this DFA will generate all strings of length 4, exactly 4. So how many states are there? Q0 to Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5. You can give it name anyone, A, B, C, D, E, F, or like that, right? So total 6 states are there. Total 6 states are there. But you do not need to draw this complete DFA in your exam and check, right? Direct short trick is there, n plus 2. You will directly write 4 plus 2. 6 states would be there. Okay. Shortcut trick 2. If length of string is asked as at most n, means suppose I have asked you that length of string at most 3, what would be the minimal number of states in the DFA that would have length of string at most 3 on input symbol 0 or 1? So if I will draw DFA, my DFA would be like Q0 on Q0, 0 to 1, I will go to Q1. Is at most n means at most 3 means it may be of 0, so initial state would also be final state. It may be of 1 length, so Q1 should also be final state. It may be of 2 length, so Q2 is also my final state. It may be of 3 state, so Q3 is also final state, but at most 3. Now on 0 and 1 input, Q3 will lead to dead state, because at most 3 we do not need more than 3 string in any symbol. So this is the DFA. How many states are there? You can count easily, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So do not need to draw this in your exam, just apply this shortcut trick, n plus 2. What my question was, length of string I need at most 3. So 3 plus 2 equals to 5. You can directly answer, right, guys? You can directly answer it. Next question is, if you have asked that length of string should be at least n on input symbol A or B. On input symbol A or B, length of a string should 5. Then what you will do? You will try to make a DFA. If you will attempt with general problem or traditional way, that q naught is there, at least n means not more than n, at least n in n more than n also, but at least 5 should be required. So on A and B I need to go q1, on A and B I need to go q2, further on A and B I need to go q3, on A and B I need to go q4. So you can see 1 is 1 2 3 4 length is there, and I need at least 5 length. So on A and B I am going to q5, and it would be my final state, and input symbol A and B will be self code here, right? So input on q5 it is a final state, and input on q5 on input A, it will go to the same state. So what it is indicating, all the string that will be generated by this minimal DFA will be of at least 5 length. At least 5 length would be there. It may be of 6, 7, 8, but at least 5 would be there. So how many states are there in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can directly answer using shortcut trick, that n plus 1, that is 5 plus 1 equals to 6. Right, no need to draw DFA there. You can apply this trick, n plus 1 for at least case. I am revising again these 3 for exactly n plus 2, for at most n plus 2, for at least n plus 1. Now next is length of the string is divisible by n. You can directly use shortcut tricks. Suppose you have asked that length of a string is divisible by 5. How many minimal DFA steps would be there in DFA? You will direct answer 5 using this shortcut tricks. No need to draw any DFA. Length of prefix is n. Suppose I have asked you that in any string prefix should be like 0, 0, 1 should be prefix for every string that is generated by DFA. Then what is the minimal number of states in that DFA? 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 might be there. 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0 might be there. So I need 0, 0, 1 as a prefix in every string. So how much number of minimal states would, how much number of states would be there in its minimal DFA? Directly use shortcut tricks, n plus 2. So 0, 0, 1 consisted of 3 symbols, 0, 1, 2, 3 plus 2, that is you will require 5 states. In such case, just count the number of strings in its prefix and add 2. I hope it is clear to you. Shortcut trick 6. Length of prefix is m and total length of the string is exactly n. Suppose I have said you that how many number of states would be there in the minimal DFA in which length of prefix should be m and total length of the string is n. In that case you can use the shortcut tricks n plus 2, where n should be greater than or equals to m, right? So n plus 2 would be the answer. Just note that. Shortcut trick 7. If I have asked, or in exam if you have been asked that length of the prefix should be m and total length of string is at most n, in that case n plus 2 is the answer. If length of the prefix is 5 and total length of the string is at most 7, if length of the prefix is 5 and total length of the string is at most 7, then how many number of states would be there in its minimal DFA? Just answer it, n plus 2, that is 9 states would be there. Next question, next shortcut trick. Length of the prefix is m and total length of the string is at least n. If length of the prefix is m and total length of the string is at least n, In that case, whatever is the maximum from m and n, derive that and add plus 2 into that. It is the shortcut trick. Suppose length of prefix is 4 and total length of string is at least 3. Total length of string should be at least 3. It may be more than that, but at least 3 should be there. But length of prefix is 4. Length of prefix is 4. Right. So suppose your length of prefix is 4, like 0, 0, 0, 0 should be your prefix. But total length of string is at least 3. In that case, total number of minimal DFA is maximum of m or n. What is maximum? 4. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So 6 would be the answer. That 6 steps would be there in its minimal DFA. Next question, next shortcut trick is length of the prefix should be m and total length of the string is divisible by n. So if length of the prefix is m and total length of the string is divisible by n, suppose I have said length of the prefix should be 5 and your string should be divisible by 3. Your prefix should be of 5, like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and that whatever string you will generate, that should be divisible by 3. In that case, the minimal number of steps in its minimal DFA would be m plus n plus 1, that is 5 plus 3 plus 1, that is 9 should be the answer. Next question is, next shortcut trick is length of the suffix should be n. So if length of the suffix, suppose suffix is whatever we are ending at the end. So suppose 111 we are ending at the end of any string, then how many number of minimal steps, how many number of steps would be there in its minimal DFA? Just n plus 1. That is, if 111 is my suffix, then minimal DFA will consist 4 steps, that is n plus 1. Next one is length of the suffix is m and total length of the string is exactly n. In that case, n plus 2 is the answer, where n should be greater than or equals to m. So it is the shortcut trick 11, where if you have been asked that length of the suffix is m and total length of the string is exactly n, then how many number of steps would be there in its minimal DFA? You will answer n plus 2. Condition is there that n should be greater than or equals to m, right? You can note it. And shortcut trick 12, that the length of the suffix equals to m and total length of the string is at most n. Right, so if the length of suffix is m and total length of the string is at most n, in that case the shortcut trick says that total number of steps in minimal DFA is n minus m plus 1 into m plus 1 plus 1, right? So you have to multiply these two values and then add 1. So it would be the answer. Whatever answer will generate will be the number of minimal steps in its DFA. Next shortcut, length of suffix is m and total length of the string is at least n. In that case, whatever is maximum from m and n, you will take that and add 1. It would be the answer. Shortcut trick 14, length of the suffix is m and total length of the string is divisible by n. So in that case, m plus n should be your answer. It is shortcut tricks videos, that is why I am discussing directly shortcut tricks. If you want to learn about learn completely in detail about this trick, that sir, please show us with the DFA by generating some DFA and take some examples, you can comment. I will try to make that videos on that too, right? Just need your comment that whether you really want it or not, or you are just satisfied with the shortcut tricks, right? So according to your demand, I will provide you all the lectures you want, right? So no worry in that. Now next shortcut trick is, if you have been asked that in the length of substring should be n. For example, whatever is there in every string, 001 should be the substring at any position, right? It might be in the front, it might be in the middle, it might be in the end. So in that case, what is the total number of steps in its minimal DFA? Just answer it using shortcut tricks. N plus 1 should be the answer. N plus 1. Next is nth position. Nth position from left side of the string is fixed to 0. Suppose I have fixed that in whatever string is generated by DFA, from left side, second position it should be 0. Always the second position should be 0. then n plus 2 number of states would be there. That is 2 plus 2, 4 states would be required in the DFA of this. I am talking about minimal. In minimal DFA, 4 states would be there. And if I have asked that if nth position from the right hand side, suppose nth position, suppose I have asked that from right hand side, eighth position should be fixed as 0, the eighth string would always be 0. Then in that case 2 to the power n would be the minimal number of states. Just use the shortcut trick. Just use this shortcut trick. Next question. Next shortcut trick is number of zeros in the string is exactly n, or you may ask number of a's in the string is should be 5. Then 7 number of states would be required in the DFA. If I have asked number of b's in your DFA should be exactly 7, then minimal number of states in your DFA should be 9. N plus 2 is the shortcut trick. Next question is number of zeros in the string is at most n, then also n plus 2 number of states would be required in your minimal DFA. Suppose I have asked that whatever string is generated by your DFA, number of a's at most 9, number of a's should at most 9, then 11 number of states would be there in the minimal DFA of that, using this shortcut trick. This shortcut tricks will gonna very helpful for you guys, very helpful for you. I am betting you, because while answering in any CSIT exam, 1 to 2 questions are directly asked from this shortcut tricks, and you students generally gonna draw and check every time, but it is not possible to check each and every aspect of the question, right? So you can generally use these shortcut tricks and apply in your MCQs exams, because it will be gonna helpful a lot. You will save a lot of time, and that time you can dedicate to other difficult questions, right? So guys, I am hoping each and every concepts are getting by you. If you are facing any doubt or query, just comment us. I will try to solve each and every query of you. Next shortcut trick is number of zeros in the string should at least n. So if I ask that my DFA is taking the input alphabet 0 and 1, and number of zeros in there should be at least 10 zero I required. At least 10 zeros should be there in my DFA. In every string at least 10 zeros should be there. Then how many states would be there in the DFA? In minimal DFA 11 states would be there. Just use the n plus 1 concept. Shortcut trick 21. Number of zeros in the string is divisible by n. So in that case, n states would be required. Suppose I have asked my string is a DFA is there which is taking A or B as an input alphabet, and I required that number of A's in every string should be divisible by 5. So in that case 5 states would be there in its minimal DFA. Just use this shortcut trick. I hope this will gonna helpful for you, because these shortcut tricks are asked directly in ISRO, GATE, UGC NET, BARC, PGTRB, IT officer, RRB, JECS, right? Many times ask this shortcut trick, but student doesn't know. They just go through the copy and pen, try to make a DFA and deduct that, right? So just use this tricks. It will save a lot of time. Now next is let two positive integers m and n are given to you. Neither m divides n or n divides m. It is the prerequisite that neither m divides n or nor n divides m. In that case, number of zeros in the string should be divisible by n and m. Number of zeros in the string should be divisible by n and m. In that case, whatever is LCM of n or m would be the answer. Suppose I am saying I'm making a string on zeros and 1, and number of zeros in the string should be divisible by 4, and number of 1 in the string should be divisible by 5. So LCM of 4 and 5, 20 would be the answer. Similarly, number of zeros in the string is divisible by n or m. Here and is there. If or is there, in that case also you need to take LCM. In both cases, don't confuse, just take LCM. Number of zeros in the string divisible by n but not by m. In that case also you need to take LCM. Right, so in all three cases just take LCM of these two numbers. Right, that in any string number of zeros or ones are divisible by that or that, just take LCM of that. And next one is number of zeros in the string is divisible by n and m. Only it is asked that number of zeros in the string is divisible by n and m. In that case, whatever is maximum from n and m will be the answer. If you have asked number of zeros in the string is divisible by n or m, then minimum of n or m will be the answer. And if you have asked number of zeros in the string is divisible by n but not by m, then maximum of n or m is asked. So this and these tricks, right, these tricks and these tricks are gonna very helpful for you. And next shortcut trick is 28. In this, number of zeros are exactly n and number of ones are exactly m. Suppose in any string which is taking 0 and 1 as an input alphabet, and number of zeros are 10 and number of ones are 11. Number of zeros are 10 and number of ones are 11. Right, then number of zeros in the string exactly n would be required n plus 2, and number of 1 exactly 11 will require m plus 2. We have already discussed, plus 1 dead state. So total number of the state would be required to fulfill this condition is n plus 1, that is 11, into m plus 1, that is 12 plus 1. Right, 12 into 11, that is 132 plus 1, that is 133 states would be required in its minimal DFA. Right, so it is the explanation for that if number of zeros are exactly n and number of ones are exactly m, then in that case n plus 1 into m plus 1 plus 1, it is the formula to calculate total number of states in the minimal DFA for that. So guys, next shortcut trick is, if number of zeros are exactly n and number of ones are at least m, here both are exactly, but here number of zeros are exactly n, then in that case I required n plus 1 plus 1 dead state, and if number of ones are at least m, in that case I required m plus 2 states, m plus 1 states. So total number of states would be required to fulfill this question is n plus 1 into m plus 1 plus 1. Right, it is the formula to calculate. Suppose I said that I have strings on 0 and 1. My DFA is generating strings by taking input alphabet as a 0 and 1, and where number of zeros are exactly 5, number of zeros are exactly 5, and number of ones should be at least 4, in that case how many number of states would be there in its minimal DFA? So I use formula n plus 1, that is 6, into m plus 1, that is 5, and plus 1, 6 5s are 30 plus 1, that is 31 states would be there. So these questions are frequently asked in various exams, so this shortcut tricks gonna very helpful for you guys. So I hope that all the shortcut tricks I have told you, you can note it, or if you want to PDF of this, then you can follow our Facebook page, that is Arihant Online Academy. You can you can follow us on Instagram with Arihant Online Academy. There in the form of images, all these shortcut tricks will be uploaded soon, so you will gonna get that, right? So guys, please do subscribe, ask your queries, doubts, and if you any doubt or query, just comment us. I will try to solve your all queries and doubts as early as possible. Have a very nice day guys. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.